Luxury in 2026 isn't just about a price tag or a zip code. It's about finding the one lifestyle lane that perfectly aligns with how you actually want to live. And there is no better place to see that in action than right here in Fairfield, Connecticut. Today, I'm taking you through 5 luxury lanes of Fairfield. We're going to look at how they differ in location, in their vibe, and their lifestyle, so you can decide which version of luxury fits you best. But first of all, what is luxury? According to the 2026 Coldwell Banker Global Luxury Trend Report, the definition of luxury has shifted. It's no longer just about status, it's about resilience and lifestyle. The report does highlight that today's high net worth buyers are looking for 3 specific things. One is nest investing, meaning spending more time at your primary residence. Number 2, they're looking for architectural integrity. And number 3, geographic flexibility. So essentially, luxury is now defined by how well the property supports your specific way of life. I'm Jennifer Lockwood, a Fairfield County realtor, and I help clients navigate these exact nuances every day. If you're looking to move to Fairfield or any Fairfield County town, all of my contact information is in the description below and it's on the screen. I would love to help you find your lane. Feel free to call, text, or schedule an appointment with me. Well, let's start with the most prestigious address in town, and that is Southport Village. It is one of the most unique and exclusive neighborhoods, not just in Fairfield, but in all of New England. Southport really functions as a town within a town. Even though it's technically part of Fairfield, it has its own identity, its own zip code, and a very distinct village atmosphere. The exclusivity here comes from 2 things: history and preservation. Much of Southport Village falls within a protected historic district, which means that the architecture and the streets have been carefully preserved by generations. This is also through the town, so whenever anyone does any kind of improvements on these historic homes, they have to get the approval of the town. And that protection does help maintain the character of the neighborhood, and it is part of what keeps demand so strong in this area. Many of the homes do date back to the 18th and early 19th centuries, and they were built at a time when Southport was a coastal port, and many of these homes still stand today. Inside these properties, you'll find wide planked floors, hand-carved mantles, antique fireplaces, and widow walks that once allowed residents to watch ships enter the harbor. It's craftsmanship and history that simply can't be replicated today. But what really defines Southport is the harbor setting. Many of these homes look out over Southport Harbor, where there's sailboats sitting on their moorings and the water opens toward Long Island Sound. From certain vantage points in the village, your view does stretch across the harbor to the golf course at the Country Club of Fairfield, and the sunsets are truly spectacular. And despite the sense of privacy and history, the lifestyle here is really incredibly walkable. Most streets have sidewalks, so residents can walk down to the harbor, they can visit the Pequot Yacht Club, or grab coffee at the small village center. There's a quiet elegance to Southport. It's coastal without feeling busy, and it's historic and incredibly charming. This does have long-term desirability. Homes in this area are always sought after. The homes that are south of Pequot Avenue to the water range from $2 to $6 million. Now, Southport does represent the charm and the historic village. Just across the harbor, you'll find a completely different type of luxury, Sasko Hill. Sasko Hill is one of the most exclusive pockets of Fairfield. It represents the grand estate style homes. It feels incredibly secluded, its own enclave, and it offers some of the most dramatic water views in Fairfield County. My favorite thing to do is drive down Sasko Hill Road towards Sasko Beach, and as you're coming down that hill, the views are incredible, and it really is the best place to watch a sunset. The homes here are known for their estate scale and architectural presence. Many properties sit on several acres with sweeping lawns, mature trees, and classic architecture. You'll find brick Victorians, stone mansions, and stately colonials that feel more like private estates than traditional suburban homes. One of the defining features in this area is the elevation. Many of the homes are not in the floodplain. Much of Sasko Hill sits high above the shoreline, allowing many homes to capture panoramic views of Long Island Sound. The homes on the west side of Sasko Hill Road overlook the Gulf views, Southport Harbor, and the Sound, and the views are breathtaking. The neighborhood is also home to the Country Club of Fairfield, which is a historic private club whose beautifully maintained courses stretch right along the coast coastline. Residents also have access to the shoreline at Sasko Beach, which is a quieter stretch of the coastline that feels tucked away compared to some of the busier public beaches in Fairfield. You actually have to be a Fairfield town resident to get a beach sticker and have access to this beach from May through September. But what truly defines Sasko Hill is the privacy and the scale. There's large parcels of land, minimal traffic through these streets, and an elevated coastal setting that feels peaceful, plus you're only minutes from the town. The estates along Sasko Hill Road range from $2.6 million to $10 million. Now, the next luxury lane in Fairfield moves away from the water entirely and into the rolling countryside of Greenfield Hill. Greenfield Hill offers a completely different lifestyle of luxury. Instead of coastline, the appeal here is space, privacy, and a true New England countryside setting. This part of Fairfield feels very rural. You'll find large properties, historic farmhouses, classic colonials, and estate homes set back behind stone walls and long driveways. Many homes sit on 2 to 5 acres, and some properties are even larger, creating a sense of quiet and seclusion that's surprisingly close to town. You can be 15 to 20 minutes from downtown Fairfield. The landscape itself is a big part of what makes Greenfield Hill so special. The area is known for its rolling hills, its preserved farmland, and scenic open space, giving the neighborhood a peaceful countryside feel that really hasn't changed much over time. At the center of the community is the iconic Greenfield Hill Congregational Church. It's one of the most recognizable landmarks in Fairfield and really serves as the heart of the neighborhood. This is the center point of the Dogwood Festival that is held every Mother's Day weekend. That blend of history, open land, and architecture is what gives Greenfield Hill its unique charm. And another thing locals really appreciate about this area is simply how beautiful the roads are when you drive through them. Roads like Bronson Road, Congress Street, and Hillside Road wind through the rolling hills, the horse properties, and the wooded landscapes. Another thing that makes Greenfield Hills so special, how much protected open space is in the area. Large sections of land have been preserved, which helps maintain that countryside feel, and it prevents overdevelopment. Part of that preservation includes the Connecticut Audubon Society. It's one of the oldest private sanctuaries in the country and offers walking trails, gardens, and protected habitat for wildlife. It's just another reason why people who move to Greenfield Hill often say it feels like living in the countryside while still being part of the Fairfield community. Luxury homes in Greenfield Hill range from $1.5 million to $5 million. The next luxury lane in Fairfield brings us back to the water, and that's Fairfield Beach. But before we dive into this next luxury neighborhood, I wanted to mention that the home buying process can be very different depending by state, and even by county if you're in Connecticut. I put together a free buyer's guide that walks you through the entire process step by step. You can download it for free just using the link below or scanning the QR code, and you'll find that information helpful in the process. So let's get back to number 4, which is the Fairfield Beach area. This is one of my favorite spots in Fairfield because I just love the beach. The combination of the waterfront living and the walkability to town and commuting access to New York City is what makes this area so desirable. Unlike many coastal communities where homes are spread out, the beach area has a vibrant neighborhood feel. You'll see people walking along the shoreline. Luxury homes here have evolved significantly over the last decade. This area decades ago was once small summer cottages, smaller capes and ranches, but they have increasingly been replaced by large coastal homes designed to maximize the water views. Much of this did happen in 2012 after Superstorm Sandy, where the FEMA map expanded and zoning rules about how new construction homes had to be built. So many of the destroyed homes were scooped up by builders to reconstruct new construction homes according to the new guidelines. The beach area has a whole different vibe than it did 15 years ago. And when we talk about true luxury here, it really comes down to front row seat to the water. Homes along the shoreline enjoy unobstructed views of Long Island Sound. And despite feeling like a coastal retreat, you're still only minutes from restaurants, shops, and the train station. Luxury homes in the Fairfield Beach area range from $2 to $4 million. There are also some luxury condo complexes that have recently been built. Those are closer to town and they range from $1.6 to $1.9 million. That combination of waterfront living, community energy, and proximity to town is what makes Fairfield Beach one of the most sought-after luxury locations along the Connecticut coastline. Our final luxury lifestyle takes us somewhere defined by history and timeless elegance, and that is Brooklawn. As one of Fairfield's most established neighborhoods, Brooklawn is a very small pocket of streets and known specifically for its early 20th century architecture. This is where you'll find some of the most distinctive homes in the region. There's grand Tudors, classic colonials, and elegant stone estates. These homes reflect a level of craftsmanship that is incredibly difficult to replicate today. And when you look closely, you can see the artistry in the details. We're talking about intricate millwork, leaded glass windows, and hand-laid brick. And it's not just the houses, it's the way they sit on the land. The lots here tend to be deeper and more private than other parts of town. Because the neighborhood is so established, you have towering mature trees and beautifully landscaped grounds that make the whole area feel very settled and quiet. At the center of it all is the Brooklawn Country Club, which is actually one of the oldest private golf clubs in the entire region. The club and its surrounding fairways give the neighbors the chance to enjoy direct views across the course. So for buyers who value architectural legacy and a deep sense of character, Brooklawn represents a different kind of luxury. And that's really what makes Fairfield so unique. Luxury here isn't defined by one type of home or one price point, it's defined by lifestyle. So if you're thinking about moving to Fairfield or anywhere in Fairfield County and you want help understanding these neighborhoods a little more deeply, I'd be happy to help guide you through the process. My information is on the screen. Call, text, or set up a meeting with me. I have also created other detailed videos about these specific neighborhoods, so you can stay on my channel and check out those videos. I share a lot of information here about living in Fairfield and living in Fairfield County and the real estate market and what it's like to really move to this area. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next video.